Confidence. It's that thing we all want more of, right? Well, in the next few minutes, we're going to break down 5 super simple but powerful tips you can start using literally today to build it. So let's dive right in.
You know the feeling. You walk into a party or a meeting or a classroom and bam, you just feel like you shrink. Like all eyes are on you and you just wish you could become invisible. It's such a common feeling, but I promise you, it doesn't have to be your reality. And here's the most important thing to get straight from the get-go. We have this idea that confidence is something you're either born with or you're not, like your eye color. But you know what? That's a total myth. Confidence is a skill. Think of it like a muscle that you can train and strengthen day by day.
Okay, so this brings us to our very first tip, and it's kind of like a psychological cheat code. See, your mind and your body, they're talking to each other all the time. And the cool part is, even if your brain is screaming, "I'm nervous," you can use your body to talk right back and say, "Nope, we've got this." Let me show you what I mean.
Let's actually try this right now. Wherever you are, just sit or stand up a little straighter. Good. Now, lift your chin up just a bit. Pull your shoulders back and down. Really open up your chest. Now just hold that for a few seconds. It might feel a little weird at first, but what you're doing is literally sending signals to your brain that say, "I am powerful, I am present." And this quote just nails why that little exercise works so well. Before you even open your mouth to say a single word, your body has already made a statement. A strong, open posture tells the world, and more importantly, it tells yourself that you're here and you're ready.
So, once your body's sending the right messages, it's time to get your mind on board. And that's our second tip. Look, confidence isn't about not feeling fear. It's about turning that fear into fuel. And the #1 way to do that? Preparation. It doesn't matter if it's a test, a big presentation, or just a tough conversation. Being prepared changes everything.
And just look at this incredible mental shift. When you're unprepared, your mind is just a whirlwind of what-ifs and worst-case scenarios, right? It's chaos. But when you're prepared, you have an anchor. You have this solid ground to stand on that quiets the noise and lets you say, "Okay, I've done the work, I'm ready."
All right, this leads us straight into tip number 3. And honestly, this one might be the biggest game changer of all. It's all about that little voice inside your head. You know, the one that's narrating your whole life. The real question is that voice your biggest critic or is it your biggest coach? Just look at the difference here. That negative self-talk, that inner critic, it's like building a brick wall right in front of you. It's a dead end. But positive self-talk, your inner coach, it builds a staircase. It's not about being delusional and saying, "I'm perfect." No, it's about saying, "I'm capable. I'm learning. I can take the next step." It really all boils down to this. You have to be your own #1 fan. The world can be tough enough as it is. That space inside your own head has to be a source of strength, not another place you have to fight a battle. Okay, tip number 4, and this is a big one we all need to hear. If confidence is a little plant you're trying to grow, then comparing yourself to others is like pouring poison all over it. It is the absolute fastest way to kill your confidence, because it's a game you will never, ever win. And we all do it. You're scrolling on your phone, you're looking around the room, and it's so easy to feel like everyone else is ahead of you. But you've got to remember, you are always comparing your own behind-the-scenes footage to everybody else's highlight reel.
This right here, this is the mindset that will set you free. The only person you should ever compare yourself to is the person you were yesterday. Are you a little bit kinder? Did you learn one new thing? That's the only race that matters.
And that brings us to our 5th and final tip. And it's a secret that we get backwards all the time. We think we have to wait until we feel confident to do the scary thing. But that's not how it works. Confidence is not the starting line. It's the trophy you get for finishing the race. It is the result of being brave.
And listen, the key word here is small. We're not talking about climbing Mount Everest tomorrow. We're talking about tiny, daily acts of courage. Every time you do one of these things, you're basically casting a vote for the person you want to become. Just pick one. Step 1 inch out of your comfort zone. That's it.
It's the perfect way to think about it, really. You wouldn't just show up on marathon day without training, right? You'd start with a light jog. Confidence is exactly the same. Every small, brave act is one more rep in the gym, making that confidence muscle just a little bit stronger.
So as we wrap this up, let's just be clear about what the goal is. Real confidence isn't about never making mistakes. It's about knowing you can handle it when you do. It's the deep down belief that says, you know what, even if this doesn't go perfectly, I'll be okay. I can get back up.
If you only remember one thing from our time together, please let it be this.
Stop waiting for some big lightning bolt of confidence to strike you. It's not coming. Instead, just focus on laying one small brick, one tiny brave action every single day. That's how you build something that can never be knocked down.
And so I'll turn it over to you, because hearing this stuff is great, but doing it is what actually changes your life. So I'll leave you with this one simple question. What is one small, brave thing you are going to do today? Go on, go build.